Hey, we're in the kitchen today with Chef Via Melissa. I'm Linda Stevens, nutritionist, and we are going to make a healthy version of
Nutella.
Who doesn't like Nutella?
I do not know. Those rare people that don't like chocolate for some reason.
I don't know. People love it, and my kids love it, so they'll be happy about this recipe.
As do I. And there's actually two different ways that you can make it. I prefer a darker chocolate version of Nutella.
Sounds
but
good.
If you do cut back on the cocoa, then it's more of a traditional milk chocolate version.
Okay.
However, this one does not have any dairy in it. It doesn't have any gluten.
Great.
And if it didn't have honey, it would technically be vegan.
Okay.
So if you want to swap it out to make it vegan and plant-based, just switch out the honey for some Divash date syrup or some agave and or maple syrup.
Good to know.
So to get the dish started, it's a little bit of a process, I would say, but all you have to do is at minimum soak hazelnuts in water for 2 to 4 hours.
Okay.
Or you could do it overnight like I did. And the reason why you soak it is because when you do blend the hazelnuts up with all the other ingredients, it turns out into a much creamier, softer dish.
Okay, because they tend to be harder in nature if you just took them like that.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
So it is a hard nut. And also it increases the bioavailability of the dish itself because anything that's soaked increases the enzymes in it. So that actually makes it easier for digestion, easier on your stomach.
Excellent. Great.
So it's a dual benefit.
Excellent. And plus nuts are just a great fat for energy, and they're great, and they're high in fiber. So
definitely. Just to give you a visual, step by step. Oops. If we were doing this now, it's dinner and a show. You just soak it.
And then just fill it all the way to the top.
Fill it all the way.
Now, do you have to put it in the fridge to soak them, or they can just soak on the counter?
So if you're doing it for the day, 2 to 4 hours, leaving it on the counter is fine.
Okay.
If you're doing it overnight, just preventatively, I like to put it in the refrigerator just to kind of play it safe.
Okay.
So those are going to soak for later, but for today's purpose, we're going to use the pre-soaked version.
Excellent.
So the first thing that you do is we want to dump the water out. I haven't quite used hazelnut water yet, but one of these days I'm going to incorporate
I know. I was going to
water
ask if you could do something with that water.
into some of my recipes. I'm sure you could. I mean, adding it
Probably
to a
tastes good.
smoothie. I'm sure
Yeah,
it does
actually, you
taste
could probably use it as your base for a shake.
Exactly.
Add a little more nuttier flavor
It
to
would
it.
be
With that.
hazelnut infused water.
Right.
So
No ingredients on
I know. I know.
So
You heard it here first.
exactly. So first ingredient is the soaked hazelnuts.
Okay.
This is some So Delicious sweetened vanilla coconut milk. So it gives a little bit of sweet to the dish.
Nice.
And liquid, which is easy to blend it up with. Then we have, here I'll have you do this.
Okay.
Some
This is
honey.
the honey.
Yep.
Put that whole thing in there.
Yep. Whole thing in there.
And honey is a great antioxidant and a great anti-inflammatory. So definitely a lot of health benefits too in raw honey.
Most definitely.
All right, good.
And then you can hold on to that spoon because now you can throw in some coconut oil.
Great. Coconut oil, again, a great fat, great for energy, great for your body will burn the coconut oil for energy versus storing it for fat.
Definitely. Yes. And fats are your friends. I know so many people that are so scared to eat fats because they think, oh my God, I'm going to get fat. But it's actually quite the opposite. When you do incorporate healthy fats into your diet, such as coconut oil, avocado, nuts, hazelnuts, walnuts, etc., it actually helps with satiation.
Yes.
So your body stays fuller for a longer period of time, and it also helps, as you well know, to minimize cravings.
Absolutely. And then you eat less too.
So chocolate is a great ingredient for magnesium.
And then how much will we put in this?
This is, I'm actually doubling the recipe today.
Okay.
Because I have a guest on the show and I like to share, so why not? But this is actually good depending on how many people you are making it for. This could be 10 to 12 servings of a nice little scoop of Nutella.
And
but this was chocolate, so I just want to say that chocolate, a lot of people don't realize when they're stressed, they crave chocolate.
Yes.
And they don't realize that they're craving chocolate because it's loaded in magnesium.
Right, which is a calming agent in the body. It helps you relax, helps you de-stress.
Yes.
And when people eat a little bit of dark chocolate after dinner, it kind of satisfies that sweet craving.
100%.
So that you don't go off the reservation and eat like a bag of something that you probably shouldn't eat.
Exactly. And with the chocolate also it releases those feel-good endorphins.
Exactly.
So that's why this dish is another one that I like to talk when it comes to eating for mental wellness because it's a calming, yet energizing dish.
And it's better than your regular Nutella that you'd buy in the store, which tends to be highly processed, could have trans fats in it and other things that might not be ideal to eat.
100%.
This, you know exactly what's in it, so.
Totally. So this last ingredient that I threw in was hazelnut flavoring.
Okay.
So it just kind of gives it a little more oomph, because what Nutella really is a chocolate hazelnut dessert.
Now, is hazelnut flavoring like a vanilla extract? Did you buy it that way?
Yes,
Okay.
100%. Yep, the exact same thing
Okay.
as getting a vanilla extract. So now that we have all of our ingredients here, we're just going to go over to the bullet and blend it all up.
Blend that baby up.
So
Right.
we blended it up.
Beautiful color.
Thank you. As you can see, it's all nice and smooth. All flavors have been incorporated.
All right. That looks amazing.
Creamy, dreamy, and delicious.
Yes.
All right, so now we're gonna spoon a little bit. So this is actually
It's-
already pretty thick.
It's pretty, I was just gonna say, it is pretty thick. But you said you have to put it in the refrigerator for a bit?
I definitely store the leftovers in the fridge. And
Okay.
when you put it in the refrigerator, it's thick and creamy, but then it gets
Looks like
a
pudding.
real Nutella consistency, how it's a lot more dense. And we're about to lose a spoon in there. Okay, so then what I like to do with this, just to give it some pop and presentation, add a little bit of nutritious hemp seeds and some raspberries,
Nice.
and voila.
That looks beautiful.
There you go. Homemade, creamy, dreamy Nutella, gluten-free, dairy-free, and guilt-free.
Nice.
So, thank you so much for being in the kitchen.
Thank you
with
for
me,
showing us
Linda.
this. I know there'll be a lot of children out there that'll be happy that their
Yes.
moms can now start making Nutella versus buying them the stuff that's very processed.
Exactly.
So I'm looking forward to making this at home.
Definitely. Well, all right. Until next time, stay tuned for more from yours truly, Chef Via Melissa, and
Linda Stevens, nutritionist.
ciao.